We all thought after that tough game against the Milwaukee Bucks, where the Raptors played a pretty good basketball game, however, came out on the wrong end of the decision against the Bucks, that they'd come out against Sacramento with a vengeance and come out with that same sort of energy and come away with a victory. That did not happen today. Raptors lose 126-124 to the Sacramento Kings. And yes, do they make a big comeback late and were there some weird calls near the end? Absolutely. But I'm not going to blame this on the officials. The Raptors were asleep for 3 quarters. You can't expect to come back in the fourth, make it, 15-point comeback or whatever it was going into the fourth quarter? 13-point comeback, and then blame it on somebody else. I love my team. And were there some weird calls like giving Kyle Lowry the boot there in the final seconds? Yeah. But that's not the reason this Raptor team lost today. It was the inability to even play half a basketball game. They lose 126-124. They fall to 7-12 on the year. They've lost 3 straight games now. And no OG today, no Norman Powell today. And you try and find a way to win. But you all know that the Sacramento Kings are a great offensive team, but they are not great defensively. So the question was, how could the Raptors do on the defensive end? Well, early on and through the first 3 quarters, the answer was they couldn't do anything. First quarter, couldn't make shots, and they made shots. 36-24 after 1 quarter play. You're down by 12 after the first quarter. Not where you want to be sitting. And in the second quarter, again, the offense picks up, but your defense doesn't. 34-32 in favor of the Raptors, but you're still down by 10 at halftime. In that third quarter, the Raptors still can't defend. They're making shots. Still, though, they were -3 in that third quarter. And you're down by 13 going into the fourth. And at one point in that third quarter, they were down 18 late. Then Raptors went on a 5-0 run there to end the third quarter. So it was kind of like, okay, well, do they have any mojo heading into the fourth? And they did. The Raptors started making shots, started getting consecutive stops from their bench guys. Stanley Johnson, DeAndre Bembry, and Yuta Watanabe were out there doing a great job in the defensive end, transitioning it into the offensive floor and making some shots. But in the end, it was too little, too late. And you can sit here and you can blame the officials all you want. But one time in this game, about, 2 or 3 minutes ago, the Raptors had a chance to either take the lead or make it a 1-point game. I think they were down by 4. And Lowry had a wide open 3. Fred had a corner 3, wide open. And they missed both, right? Fred missed the first shot. I think it was Yuta knocked the ball up. It went back to Pascal. And then he dished it back to Kyle Lowry. You took the next shot and you missed both. You have a chance to get it close and you miss it. They come down the floor. I think it was then Harrison Barnes knocks down to 3 to make it a 7-point game with under 3 to play. It's a huge swing in the game right there. And yeah, they get it close. They get some stops. They do a great job in the defensive end. Problem, you were down by 13 heading into the fourth quarter. That's the problem. Yes, they came back and they lost by 2. I will give the Raptors credit there. They did not quit. They fought, they clawed back into it, and they made it a 2-point game. But in the end, it's a loss. You could lose by 30. You could lose by 2. It doesn't matter. It's 1 loss. And the Raptors fought hard against Milwaukee. They lost. They fought today in the fourth quarter, and they lost. Tough game. Raptors, like I said, had a great game, getting into passing lanes. 14 steals. 14 in the game today. Lots of great things in that sense. Problem, Sacramento, for the game, shot 55% from the field. You just can't allow that. They shot 44% from 3. You can't allow that. And I don't know how many times today I saw some careless passes, careless turnovers. One from Aaron Baines. He's just behind the 3-point line, just kind of floats it to, I don't know who it was, maybe it was Kyle or something, and it gets picked off. And I'm like, what was the thought of that, Aaron Baines? I'm just going to float it to you and no one's going to try and intercept the pass? Of course they are. I didn't even write Bane's name down here. I know he had 6 points and 10 boards, but I just wasn't impressed with him at all today. Couldn't rebound the ball, couldn't make shots in tight, couldn't, pass the ball, I guess, at that point. He wasn't good. Kyle Lowry wasn't bad. 17 points, 3 boards, 6 dimes, 7 of 17 shooting, 2 of 8 from 3, but missed a crucial shot down the road, down the stretch of this basketball game. Pascal, boy, oh boy, guys, when Pascal Siakam does what we all know that he can do, and I'm not talking about just dropping 32, because anybody can say that, but I'm talking about getting in the paint, bullying a guy inside, and if it's not there, have a little shimmy and then fade. He did that early on in the game. His first shot of the game was he got a guy into the post, got him fairly deep into the post, and a little shimmy, and then a fade, and he had some space. He knocked it down with ease. It looked smooth as heck. And for the rest of the game, he had his moves going. Were there some times where he forced some shots? Yeah, but when you're feeling good, I'm okay with that at times. Because a little heat check there. That's fine. Pascal had 32 points, 4 boards, 2 dimes, or is that 2 dimes? I can't read my writing. 11 of 20 shooting. He was efficient. He dropped 30. And he made an impact today. Yes, people can say, he missed that free throw late in the game. Yeah, people want to hate on Pascal. People just want to do that for some reason. I don't understand it. But he was great today. When he's being Pascal and not trying to be the best player on the planet. Trying to take threes, trying to be mano-a-mano, and then trying to do all these crazy dribbles and then a fade shot or some stupid shot like that. And then he misses it. And we're all like, man, what, Pascal, get into the paint. Do your moves. Stop trying to be, he's trying to do too much. And today, he simplified his game, and he dropped 32. Now, yes, you're playing a very bad defensive team in the Sacramento Kings, but you got to get the bucket at the bottom of the well. And that's exactly what he did today, and I'll take that any day of the week from Pascal. Fred VanVleet, I thought he was great today. Again, other than the missed shot, a couple shots that he had late in this basketball game, 26 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, shot 7 of 16, was 9 of 10 from the free throw line, and was 3 of 7 from 3. Also had 4 steals to go along with that. So, again, great day for Fred VanVleet, but this, again, the team did not do anything in the first 3 quarters on the defensive end. I can talk about all these great numbers. Terrence Davis had 12 off the bench. Utah had 12 off the bench. That's awesome. But in the end, you gave up over 90-something points. Actually, I think it was over 100. It might have even been. My math is always terrible. You guys know that. Actually, I think it was over 100 by the end of 3 quarters of play. You just can't allow that and expect to win without guys like Norman Powell and OG Anunoby. That just can't happen. Now, let's get to Terrence Davis. I thought he was pretty good today. He had a start today, and obviously with no Norman Powell and no OG Anunoby, so Terrence got the start. He had 12 points, a couple boards, didn't get any assists, was 4 of 7 shooting, and was 2 of 4 from 3. I thought he was very good today. I thought he looked a lot better and confident. But again, the fouls and the turnovers, those are the big problems with Terrence Davis. He's got to continue to learn and develop on the defensive side of the ball. He can clearly shoot the ball, and he's clearly not bad on the offensive end, but defensively, really struggled. And speaking of struggling on the defensive end, this guy does not do that. Yuta Watanabe, guys. I understand we lost, but this guy was an incredible bright spot. He had 12 points, a season high, 6 boards, 2 dimes, 4 of 5 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3. He had 2 steals in the game today, and he pissed really royally Hassan Whiteside. And that was pretty, that was a good play on his part. Yeah, Whiteside's just bad because it was a hard foul. It was clean as day, but it was a hard foul. I thought he played fantastic, did Yuta Watanabe. Defensive end, he's always going to give you 100% effort every single possession. You saw that again today. And on the offensive end, look, he knocked down a couple threes. He had a nice little layup there near the end, making it a 1-point game at that time. The guy played in the last final minutes of the game. That's the trust that Nick Nurse has in a guy like Yuta Watanabe. And I think all Raptor fans are starting to love this guy more and more each and every game. Stanley Johnson, again, I don't have the points and all that because that really wasn't the contributing factor to him and DeAndre Bembry. I know Bembry had that foul on that shot of De'Aaron Fox there that kind of locked up the game there at the end. But in the end, Stanley Johnson had 3 steals in the game today, and Bembry had 2. And both of those guys, the majority of their playing time was in that 4th quarter. So you do the math, guys. Yuta, Stanley, and Bembry combined for 7 of the 14 steals. That tells you how good on the defensive end those three guys have played today. And that's the main reason of why in the fourth quarter, the Sacramento Kings only scored 22 points and the Raptors scored 33. Because the active defense, we always talked about this Raptor team years past, and it's continuously the same thing. When this team plays strong on the defensive floor, it leads into their offense, and that's where the Raptors are so damn good. Problem, you give up so many points on the offensive end in the first three quarters, you didn't get out and run on the offensive end, and that's why you were down by double digits heading into the fourth quarter. You got stops, you were plus 11 in the fourth quarter, but you lost by 2 because you're a terrible first three. That's the way it goes. All right? Next game for the Toronto Raptors is on Sunday, 7 p.m. tip-off against the Orlando Magic. Raptors are not playing well. They've lost 3 straight games. The Orlando Magic, they're not playing well either. So someone's got to give. Someone's got to get a W. Who's it going to be? Hopefully OG and Norm are okay, and hopefully they can go in the next game. I'm not too sure, though, exactly what the status is on those two guys. But I'm hoping they're okay because both guys going down with injuries at the wrong times. They're both playing extremely well. Of course, right? Like, the Raptors are having a tough season. The moment two guys start getting hot, those two guys go down with an injury. And it's very frustrating, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and did not enjoy the game today because the Raptors lost, smack that like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. Also, your thoughts on the officiating late in the game. If you guys want to go nuts on that, go crazy because I think... Look, I didn't say it in the video really at all, but I mean, because it wasn't really the contributing factor to this team losing. But why in God's green earth is the lady official? I'm not going to, there's no reason, you know, it's nothing against her or the other officials, but why is the officials in general giving Kyle Lowry a technical with like 4 seconds left in the game to basically say, hey, I'm going to call this technical and that's going to call game for you, bud, because you're gone, and here's an extra free throw to make it a 5-point game. It's over. And I'm like, what? Why was that necessary? I don't know what he said. He must have said something really bad to make, I don't know, was it her? I can't remember who actually called it. I can't remember who actually teed him up and kicked him out. But either way, no matter who it was, time and time of the game and who it is, right? It's supposed to be a superstar-driven league, right? Well, why are you giving a technical to the Raptors' best player with 4 seconds left and give them a meaningful free throw? Doesn't make sense to me. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts, though. Let me know in the comments below, all right? Twitter is down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Also, the Instagram link is down in the description below. So follow up there if you have not done so already. All right, and I will talk to you guys Leafs edition. Tomorrow they play the Edmonton Oilers again, 7 p.m. puck drop there in Edmonton. All right, as the Buds looking for win number 5 in a row, I think it is. All right, and as for the Toronto Raptors, as we mentioned, their next contest is 7 o'clock in at Amalie Arena. I mean, they're technically in Florida still, right? Against the Orlando Magic. Technically, it's a home game, but it's the way it goes, the way the season is right now. 7 p.m. tip-off there on Sunday night, all right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.